They said if it's a morning appointment, you've got to be ready for 8 o'clock to 12. And if it's an afternoon appointment, you've got to be ready for 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And then they don't even do transport by 3 o'clock or something. Hi, everybody. Sorry. Let me just get things organised here. That's okay, isn't it? Is that it? I think I've done everything right. Right, okay, we've done everything right. Good morning, good morning. I'm so sorry I never got back to you yesterday. I was exhausted. What I do, I'm going to tell you about it. It wasn't a good day. Yeah, in fact, it's not been a good day today either, but it was bad yesterday. I'll wait till some of these are in. But I do have a wee bit of unboxing to show you. I've got some makeup now. It's just no, I've not bought much makeup this year. I've not bought, and there was a few things I was wanting. So I was on Superdrug. So I bought some bits and bobs, and we'll have a wee swatch and a wee look at the things. That's what we'll do this morning. We'll do that. I'll try and hide that address. My voice is a bit better. I did lose my voice. I don't know why. I think it might have been the hospital air for, like, you know, because I was on oxygen and all that, and then just the air in the hospital was different, and then coming out into the real world, out into the wild, it just kind of done something in my throat a bit, my voice a wee bit. I managed to fix my cross. Oh my goodness. Jenny, good morning. My cross had snapped, right? And I was so upset because I bought this and I love it. And I love the chain. The chain's really fine, right? But when I was getting all the x-rays and stuff, I had to take it off. And I was like, oh God. So I thought I'll move the pendant onto a different chain. But then I had a brainstorm. It was the clip that was broke. So I've just removed the clip for another necklace and clipped the two of them together. So now I've got my machine. Oh, but mine did look, I fixed it. I fixed my cross. Good morning, good morning. Right, I'll tell you about yesterday. So yesterday it was the first time ever. If you can't, it's so these keep falling if I put these like that. The hospital in particular that we go is quite a bit away, and I wouldn't even drive. I can't drive anyway with the meds I'm on, but it's a really bad drive. There's a lot of accidents on that particular part of the road, right? So if you can't get to appointments, they do transport. The NHS do transport so that you can get to your appointment. So Sophie's been a wee darling, and she's been organising things for me. And she'd phoned them up and said that my mum needs transport to her appointment, that she needs to go with me, right, because I need her support-wise. My brain's not been the same since the ventilation and stuff, right? It's just not. And I break down in tears. I need Sophie's my support, right, with me. And that I had a scooter, right? My scooter was coming with me. And they said that's fine. They said they would get us at 11:10. So anyway, yesterday morning I said to Sophie, come down a bit earlier, you know, because I've got a bacon for her. I said, you can make yourself some bacon. No, she can sit down here for a while. So here it was like 10:10 or something. I see the ambulance pulling up. I said, Sophie, there's the ambulance there. So we hold on a second. So we rushes out. I'm taking the scooter. He went, oh, we don't take that. And Sophie went, but we went and asked, and they went, no, that we don't take scooters. So I said, right. And Sophie went, I'll just get you a wheelchair when we get there. We'll just get in a wheelchair. I said, right, we'll just do that. So Sophie comes on the bus, I get strapped in, and he went like that, and you can't come where? Oh, right. I was like, what do you mean she can't come with me? No, she can't come with you. It's only you that's allowed. I was like, oh my God. And I was thinking, I'm getting off the bus. I'm not going myself. I'm definitely, how am I going to wheel myself? I'm not going myself. And anyway, the guy was really nice and went like, just if you just sit down the now, I'll try and get you. You might need to make your own way home. Right? So I was like, oh my God, this has turned into a nightmare, Sophie. This has turned into an absolute nightmare. Sophie's going, it's all right, Mum, we'll manage. I'll get there. If I've got to get a taxi home, I'll get a taxi home and all this. But the driver was so nice, and he managed to phone them up and say, listen, this lassie needs our +1, and the ambulance wasn't full, so she managed to get a seat there and back. So we're like, thank God for that. Right, panic over. We gets to the hospital, we gets the chairs, and the guy says, right, we've got an hour. That's all they wait. They only wait an hour. Now, anybody that's been any kind of hospital appointment ever, sometimes you can be waiting an hour and a half before you get called, right? And this being my first appointment, it was bound to take a while. He takes us to the place, he drops us off, he says, right, in an hour, we need to be out here in an hour's time. So I'm already like sweating buckets, thinking, oh my God. 10 minutes to the hour, eventually I gets called by this guy, right, this oncologist. And Sophie didn't think he was being mean, but I did. I thought he was a bit meanie. He wasn't letting me finish my sentences. He was butting in all the time. He was like, how many milligrams is this tablet? How many milligrams? I don't know how many milligrams a tablet is. But how many of this tablet you take? I don't know. I said, that's the whole point. I got the blister pack. And before I could even finish, he was butting in with something else. I just felt as if he was off his bloody Annie. Anyway, but hadn't he really finished the consultation? And somebody barges in and goes, that's the ambulance driver there. If he's only out immediately, he's going. I'm saying to Dr. B, need to go there now. I mean, we've not got any time. So he wrote out a wee bit. Do you know they've been sliding me secret laxative tablets all this time? Sneaking these laxatives to me. I didn't know I was taking laxatives, but apparently I was taking laxatives. What else was it? Oh, my cancer's incurable. It's incurable cancer, so there's that. They're going to try these injections, but I've got to get my jawbone looked at with the dentist because they can do something to your jawbone. There was another medication they were talking about that gives you uncontrolled diarrhea, you know, and the best of persons, this is somebody that's never really had diarrhea, is going to make you go. And I says, I'll take, and they said, it's either that or joint pain. I says, give me the joint pain. I'll take the joint pain over the terrible diarrhea. So basically that was it. That was the appointment. I said to them, I can't come here anymore. You've seen yourself, guy. And eventually we get back to the ambulance in the nick of time. See, on the way home, the ambulance guy nearly crashed twice. Anyway, that's that. Harley baby, good morning to you. Robbie, good morning. Fraser, good morning to you. So anyway, that was that. That was the oncology appointment. A nightmare. But at the end of the day, it's there. But what did they say it was again? On something or another. It's not fixable. That's basically it. It's not fixable. The bloody thing is there, and that's it. So I need to live with it. How long have I got left? People will be wondering. They say that I could live years. It could be years I could be living for. So he's only getting rid of me that easy. KHX, good morning to you. Yeah, you could live a long time with it. You might not. You might. It's the same with everybody. All of us going through life. We just never know when it's our time. And it's basically the same as me. It doesn't mean that I'm gone tomorrow. People can live years, he said. Although uncurable. Although it's uncurable, he spoke about the radiotherapy, blasting it with radiotherapy. He talked about these injections that I'm not sure about because the jaw thing, it can cause like terrible things happening with your jaw. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't think I want that. I think I'm all right if we can just keep me the way I am. Maybe give me some radiotherapy, but I'm no for these injections. I'm just no for it. For the side effects, because it mentioned injection and then the side effects were way more than but listen, I'm not for that. I'm really not. I'm not into it. So That's the way it is. They can give me the radiotherapy, that's what they can give me. The diarrhea tablets and injections, they can keep them. Imagine that, sneaking one in. Oh, and the cancer drug that I've been taking, the tamoxifen, has been useless for a long time, apparently. Useless. I've been taking this bloody tablet religiously every single day, thinking it's doing me good, it's doing me good. And even see when I couldn't get my prescription, I'd be like, oh my God, that was the tablet I was most worried about not getting, because it's a cancer drug and it stops you producing estrogen, apparently. It's been useless for years. He's put me on a different tablet now. I'm going to be on a different tablet now. So basically that's it. It was rubbish. Anyway, let's get into some makeup, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to play with some makeup. As I say, it's been a long time since I bought any kind of like makeup, so I'll start with this wee palette. And they were all pretty cheap, as in I think this was like £4 or something. This wee palette. This is the Glam Spark palette. Look at that. Do you know what I'm loving? And I don't know the name of it. You might know the name of it. See on my table, see these wee my wee pots, my wee thing that's got like leopardy spots on it. It's like glass with like leopard spots. I aim to know the name of that, because I want everything. I want my house surrounded with that kind of glass with the spots on it. I love it. I don't know the name of it though. Thank you, open-minded. Thank you. So there we go. And we'll be using this on Saturday. This is on makeup for Saturday, guys. But you just oh, look at these shades. Aren't they gorgeous? Let's do this one here. Ooh. Very nice, like a burnt orange. And then I like this one as well. Look at that one. Oh. And then we'll do this one here. That's very similar to the first one, but maybe just a slight difference. And then that one, oh, that one's for under my eyebrow. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? That's my kind of... I got the earrings in Croatia. They're my Croatian earrings, handmade. Somebody made them by hand. Thank you, Open. And then I got this. What's this? This is illuminating fixing spray. Oh, because it was illuminating. I want to see what it's like. Let's see if it illuminates my arm. It smells all right. I mean, I think it's unscented. You know, that they say it's unscented, but the unscented smells like a smell. I don't see any illumination really. Oh, maybe a slight illumination. Maybe slightly. Rosewater Moon, good morning to you. Good morning. Yeah, so that's the glow fix. So we're going to be illuminated. I feel like illuminating myself. This I'm going to try on right now. Why not? It's a Superstay 24-hour colour Maybelline. You know I'm all about the red lipstick. The red lip, it stays on for 24 hours, so that if you're kissing, see if you're out and you're kissing mad. Do you know what we used to call it back in the day? I don't know if you ever called it that. We used to call it winching. And it would be embarrassing if you were in and your granny was in and she'd say to you, who are you winching now? And you'd be like, don't use that word, granny. Don't use the word winch. We used to call it winching, kissing. So let's have a go at this. So I presume you put the red on and then you put that on. So let's use a mirror. Let's see what happens here. Tastes a bit like watermelon. And it's not really that red, isn't it? No, it's not red. And then you put this on afterwards, and this keeps it on so that if you're kissing, then there'll be no lipstick on your collar. Nice, I like it. It's not too red. Yeah, it might be better. So once I've got the makeup and all that on, Harley baby, and a spray, you might be going, who's that illuminated person right there? Never seen anybody as illuminated in my life, and it'll be me. sitting here like all illuminated. Aye, so that's that. My lips are that dry now as well. See, after having the mask, the oxygen thing, but I like that. It's not pure red, but it's nice. Aquaman can come anytime and we'll test the lipstick. Aquaman. Let me test it. But I would need to test it in every part of his body, as you see, open-minded, because we'd need to do that. And we'll have a spreadsheet, right? And we'll have how the lipstick copes face, arms, torso, right, won't legs, inner thigh. We're going to need to test the lipstick on all these parts of the body, and we'll give it marks, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we should definitely do that, Aquaman. Right, what else have we got? Right, I've got this. Now, I think it's a foundation. I'm used to my MAC foundation. It's expensive, and I'm trying to. Has it got something underneath? Oh, it's got a puffer underneath. It's got a puffer, a thing, and a mirror. I was not expecting that. There we are. So let's use this. Oh. I don't know why I'm so excited, but I usually I use my, as I say, my MAC. But I'm excited about using this puffer. Yeah, she's doing it. She's doing some digs behind me. Now we're just going to do a wee bit. I know she's hilarious, but she like. I wonder if I should do my MAC and then do this. I don't know. It seems to be dipping a lot. Do you? Maybe it just needs a wee bit more on the thing. If we'll just do a wee bit like that. I'm liking that. But I think I would like to put some of it on top of my MAC. I think it's like a wee bit lighter than my MAC shade. So I would put maybe this underneath my eyes here. Once you do it. But that was a nice surprise, isn't it? It's always a nice surprise when you find a hidden compartment with a wee puffy thing in it. So far I'm happy with my purchases. Oh God, what am I doing? Look, I've got things all flashing because I put you on the I put you on the buttons. That's what I've done. And now I've got YouTube microphone. I've paused myself. It's all happening here. Let me fix these. Let me try and fit. Oh, we don't want to remove people. There we go. Who's that? Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Good morning to you. So I'm going to finally be able to do Steffi's video on Saturday. Steffi, I apologise, and you'll need to give me another video, so I'll need to do two. I'll do one for you this Saturday, one for you next Saturday, Steffi. Thank you so much for understanding, being patient with me. Right, so now we've got a nice blush, a Max Factor. Max Factor blush. As I say, these were on sale or something like that. I've got these one. There's me Daisy Doo in the back. Do you see her, my wee baby? See the wee baby? And she a wee darling. She's so snuggly. So we've got this blusher in the shade Lovely Pink. I'm just winging it here. Just winging it. These are all going on use. I'll be putting all these on use on Saturday, so I'm enjoying this. I've got 1, 2, 3 things remaining. My wee pencil eventually had enough and packed in. So guess what? I've bought a new pencil and look at the size. This one is massive. It's exactly the same as the pencil that I had before, only it's brand new and big. My new pencil, I'm so happy. because the other one was tiny. You seen it, but I did use it. I used it to the very last. So we've got a new pencil. We've got a new brush. I've got a new eyeliner. Oh, I'll just do my sweeping trick. There, I've just done one sweep. Feels nice and smooth. That's by Rimmel. And lastly, I've got extra super lash mascara. Let's do some extra super. Feels nice. So there we are. Yeah, Jenny, she likes to do that, climb on a cushion. She likes to climb on the cushion. She likes to dig under cushions. She likes to be in the bed. She's got to be under the covers. She likes to dig. So there you are. That's my wee makeup haul. I'm happy with it because it's been a while since I bought any, and they're different brands. Usually, it's all Makeup Revolution, whereas this one is a Rimmel. That's a Max Factor. That's a W7. I do like that wee. As I say, that was only £3 or £4 or something. This wee palette, and I love the colours. And then this I'm going to have fun with. And then I've got my big wee pencil and my eyeliner. And that's neat. It's not too red, isn't it? No, it's not too red, but it's just a nice red. So I'm happy with all my wee bits and bobs. Thank you, open-minded. Listen, guys, I don't even know if I got all your Christmas cards or what. I'm not sure. Since December, me getting put in hospital, I don't know what's happened. I don't know what day it is. My memory's no the same. It's just, I don't know what's happened this year. So if you sent me a Christmas card of that, thank you so much for sending me a wee Christmas card. But I don't know where it is. I don't even know what day. Well, I do know what day it is. It's Wednesday because the bin men came. That's the only giveaway was the bin men. But yesterday, it just shows you that people that need help to get to appointments, how difficult it is to get to the appointment for one, and then you're only allowed an hour. Anybody that's been to any kind of appointment knows that sometimes it's an hour and a half. You're sitting in the waiting room. And this doctor was terrible. He wouldn't let me finish my conversations. He was. I just felt that he was a bit of a meanie. And he had a student, and I was crying. Doesn't take much these days, right? Mind you, for me to cry, but I was crying. And it wasn't because of the diagnosis or anything like that, because the man wouldn't listen to me. He's gone, how long since your last period? I don't know, it was years ago. He's gone, what happened with your leg? And I'm trying to explain to him that, and when did this happen? But why are you in the chair? Why how far can you? He wasn't listening to me. She's got her favourite toy. Do you hear that? That's wee Daisy with her favourite toy. She's down there with it. Look, she's down there with it. She's down there with her wee favourite toy. Ta toy. Come on, baby. Ta, where's the toy? Where's the toy? See her wee toys? That's her wee toy. That's her wee toy that plays Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rose Watermoon, it was horrible, and especially because the man's dealing with people with cancer. You know, the man's dealing with folk with cancer, and he was very, very. I didn't like him. So I'll be doing the radiotherapy, right? That's what I'll be doing. I don't fancy any of the jags, and it's my personal, it's my personal feeling here. The side effects of the jags sound worse than anything. My jaw collapsing and stuff like that. I'm not fancying that. And normal people that have never had any kind of diarrhea in their life, There's one of the tablets that you do just constantly have diarrhea. And the nurse was going, it can be a bit embarrassing. I says, I'll not be taking that. I'll tell you right now, I'll take joint pain. I'll take the joint pain before I take that. I'm not taking that. And they was going through my meds and they've been slipping me one. Slipping me a bloody a diarrhea thing, tablet thing. What is wrong with these folk wanting me to shit myself constantly? Yeah, you just couldn't be bored, Harley baby. You just couldn't be bored. And we had to leave because the ambulance was. They came in and went, if they're not out immediately, the ambulance is leaving. So I was like, I need to go. Doesn't matter what else has got to be said. I need to go right now because I can't miss my ambulance here. Stuck away out there, miles away from the house, middle of nowhere, miles away. Didn't like it, but Sophie didn't like it. It wasn't a good experience. We didn't have a good experience, so I'll not be doing it. If it's no close at hand, then I'll just be part not the way I have been all this time. I've been doing it all this time. Anyway, it's not as if it's going to go anywhere. It's incurable, so it's not as if it's going to go anywhere. We'll just live our life and have fun. That's what we'll do. Bloody sneaking up. And even in my book, they were sneaking up with enemies, open-minded. Sneaking the enemies into me. I think they were all just having a laugh. I think they just liked it. Oh, there she's going to the toilet now, having a laugh at me. It was not funny. I don't know if I can get open-minded in a doctor's opinion. I'm not sure. These were the specialists, I suppose. This was like the breast cancer clinic. And the reason it's a breast cancer clinic is because it was a breast cancer that had actually moved into my spine. It's got a name. It begins with a M. I can't mind it. It's easy with a wee toy. Begins with a M, the word, but it moved from my breast into my spine. And that was in 2014, right? So I'm thinking I've got years. It's not as if it's going to be, it's not a diagnosis that is going to happen anytime soon. So, need to worry. We're all right. We're still okay. Everything's still fine. I'm not going anywhere. We're all right. Got a bloody seagull pooed on my window. I need to get Peter to solve that problem. There's my sofa. Aye, because if it's Celia, hello. I know, Celia, there we are. Aye, because I've had a million X-rays. I've had a million X-rays, CT scans. See, when they say to me, if you had a CT scan before, I laugh at them. Sophie, I fixed my chain. I got the clip for an old chain, right? And I just put it in the two end bits because it was the claw bit clip that was broken. Well, I've just put a clip through that one, and now I've got my chain back. And I done a wee makeup haul, so I got a wee bit of makeup. Look, as I say, it was all in the sale. I'm most excited about this. It's foundation, but see when you open it, there's a wee flippy bit at the bottom, and you put it on like the girls in the movies. Let me just touch my makeup up. Me powder my nose. See, that's cute. Not like me on a Saturday when I put my makeup on. I've got it all on my hands, and I'm like that with it. What do you think of this, baby? Oh, see this baby here? Oh, look at this wee baby. Oh, jeez. Oh. That's what happens all day long. That's what happens all day. Went to a crazy shenanigan yesterday, so we're in there and it's like, if you don't go immediately, the ambulance driver's leaving without you. us stranded in the middle of nowhere. Do you do the same? You've got to do it, haven't you? Sophie's got a wee cat. She does it with her cat as well. You've got to kiss them. They need to be kissed. They need to be kissed. It was chaos. And then the ambulance driver nearly crashed twice coming home with idiots in the road. And the heating was blaring. The sweat was lashing off me. My back was broke. It was the whole thing. I know. I didn't like that doctor. He just did not listen to anything I was saying. He was interrupting and he was an a-hole. And he said, how many milligrams is in what's a such and such a tablet? I don't even know what tablet he's talking about. Don't even know what that's the whole point of the blister pack. And when I'm trying to explain the blister pack, he's cutting that off. He's not even listening to me saying that to him. No much, what do they call it, bedside manner, especially with people that, I mean, I've been living with this, do you know what I mean, since 2014. But some people, when they get told about the big C, they're like, really hits your heart. And you need a doctor that's a nice doctor that's like understanding and stuff. He was an a-hole. When was my last period? I can't even remember. I've no idea. Don't ask me that. I've didn't write it down. Have a party? Last period party? Never had that. Yeah, Jackie the nurse, she's there for anything like that. We can contact her. She seemed nice, and she didn't like one of the jags that he was trying to give me. And Sophie, to be truthful, I'm no one to take the jags. I'll take the radiotherapy, aye, but I'm no for the uncontrollable diarrhea and the jaw feeling, collapsing jaw. I'm no doing that. Unless it comes down to a need to. But choice wise, my choice is I'll just take the radiotherapy. I'm not taking that. I'm not having that carry on. Uncontrollable diarrhea. I looked at Sophie because I'm saying it's everything is always to do with poo. Like my journal, it's always got to do with poo. When I was ventilated the whole time there, it was to do with poo. It's just always, would they just leave my bowels alone? Oh, I'm not having that. I'm not, Sophie, I'm not having all that carry on. I'm not, and I'm not want to go back to that a-hole. Oh, Sophie loves Billy Idol, aye. Sophie loves him. I loved Adamant. Adamant's still going strong, by the way. Stuart Goddard is his name. Look at this wee baby just standing there. You just standing there for a kiss? Is it just a kiss you're asking me, Jenny? Oh, honey. Honey. That's all she's after, just a kiss. That's all she wants is kissed and food and water to make her grow. That's all she wants. That's all she's after is for kissing and stuff. And sometimes barking. She likes to do a bit of barking too. Oh, for F's sake. The pill they're giving me is going to give me the diet. Oh, no, they need to look, Sophie, and I'm not wanting that. I'm not wanting it. I'll go and see Dr. Troy because I'm no for that, and I'm no wanting that. It's too much. There comes a time that you're like, it's too much. It's just too much. Right, they can give me the hormone tablet, right, but they need to give me anti-diarrhea tablet then. You need to give me an anti-diarrhea tablet. But I don't know why I'm born. I don't want it to grow and spread. Right, well, as long as they get... Listen, I'll take it as long as they give me some anti-diarrhea tablet, because I'm not going to put myself rotten. I'm not doing it. It's my thing, my pet hate is that you've seen how traumatised I was for January. We're all traumatised there. I'm not going to be putting myself rotten. Yeah, they need to sort it out, because I'm not doing that. It's really, you know yourself, it's messed in my head. So I'm not going to be putting myself rotten. See, as soon as they said the side effects was the poo, I looked at Sophie, she knew exactly how I was feeling at the time. Defeated. Right, good. She seems nice, Jackie. Jackie seems nice, so... She seems as if she's got a bit more bedside manner than the... But sometimes, and I'm no down in all men, right? I'm no down in all men. But some men just don't have the feeling, the comfort and feeling, especially when you're, going through things like that. Whereas Jackie, she's probably seen thousands of women that have been going through the same kind of stuff. Sophie laughed, I know. Juella, hello, my lovely Juella. Sophie laughed. She knew what I was thinking about the diarrhea. It's always that and sneaking the bloody enemies in me. But they just leave it. Remember when I was ventilated and it was a bad poo situation, and it's flying out me, and the doctor had nerve to come in and go, "You might have a blockage." I don't know if I've got a wee bit of... Do you know what it is? It's cotton wool. I clean it underneath my piercings, right? Which you always should, but sometimes I get the cotton wool on my, like, stuck on it. You might have a blockage, he said to me. I thought, are you having a laugh? He says, how many samples have you given me? I said, 136. He went, what? I says, I've gave you 136 samples. I don't know where I pulled that number from, but... Yeah, so we'll just need to wait and see what happens, Sophie. And but I'm not having it. See the first sign of the uncontrollable diarrhea. I'm going to be on the phone to them saying we can't do this. We can't do this because I've went from being all right to the uncontrollable, and I'm dealing with the back pain. Do you know what I'm worried about? I've told them a million times what I'm worried about. Shitting myself. That's what I'm worried about. I can't go it, right? It's just a thing. I mean, even when I had went for a beautiful, beautiful shower, managed to get some conditioner in my hair, went for a gorgeous shower, went in, sat on the hospital bed, and it just went whoosh. And that was like, I think I need to go in the shower again. And we're going, no, let's just get ready. And then spraying that spray stuff on me. And I'm like, that's not going to cut it. And I felt dirty. But I don't know how to... Yesterday was a bit of a shit show. It really was, wasn't it? No pun intended. Because it started off bad. We hadn't even left the building and it started off bad. We weren't allowed to scooter. We were like, well, there we go. That's our hurdle for today's over with. No. And Sophie, you can't go with me. I was like, oh, do you know? I felt like a wee kid on the bus, like, oh, like, Mummy, don't go, like that. I felt like being nice, Sophie. Sophie's going, I'm not leaving her. Thank you for not leaving me. She was going, my mum's got problems, which is true. He was very nice, the ambulance driver. He couldn't have been nicer. He was so nice, the man. The man accommodated us and said, but it was, it's a disgrace. But this is it, and we've got an hour in the place. It's chock-a-block with folk. And anyway, Sophie, see this particular doctor before he was just walking about, just willy-nilly, and we think we might have seen a wee bit of an affair happening. as well. I think there was a wee bit of happening between a few doctors there. Me and Sophie looked at each other, we thought, we know what's going on there. Anyway, my doctor was just willy-nilly, just walking about the place, wasting time, just walking about. And this doctor was all dressed up, right? She had her makeup and all that on. She looked as if she was going to a nightclub, right? But she's in the hospital. Anyway, she looked as if she was going to a nightclub, and another doctor opened the door and she went, "Would you like a caramel latte mocha Oko?" Like that to him. And he went, "What?" And she went, "Coffee, would you like a caramel macchiato latte mocha chai?" And he went, "Oh, yes." And she went, "I'll get you one then." Me and Sophie are looking at each other like, "Oh, yeah, that's a wee bit." It was a wee, you can tell it's a wee bit like flirty going on there. We were like that. So anyway, we had been watching this, my doctor just pacing about, and we had forgot about this. And we looked out the door and she was in his room. She was in his room and they were having laughter and all that. And she went to go out, but then she closed the door and she went back in for seconds. She went back in for seconds. Good morning, Algira, good morning. Takes my brain a while. Sky, good morning. It was some kind of Sky, it was like, we know what was happening in that room. I was Americano, aye. She knew his drink. You know how, like, if you're married to somebody that you know the 2 sugars and milk, you know what they like in their coffee. She was like an Americano, lad. Me and Sophie are just sitting like that, watching this. All right. Mm-hmm. And anyway, she'd slipped into his room. They were in there together. And then she went to come out, and then I don't know what had happened. Maybe he was just standing in his boxers. In my imagination, he was standing in his boxers, and she went back in again. And that was that. We didn't see them again. We didn't see them after that. So she's been in there. Maybe she's still in there. I know. Joella, my doctor was just willy-nilly just walking about the place. And me and Sophie were looking and going, "I bet you that's my doctor. I bet you it is. I bet you that's my doctor there." And it was my doctor. I really don't want to deal with the man again. I don't want to deal with him. I want to deal with somebody else that can listen to me talking. It was they could have just been pals, but Sophie, I get the vibe, you get the vibe. The two of us looked at each other and we thought, "Oh, aye." Mm-hmm. Then we the two of us thought it, we thought, "Oh, aye, we know what's happening in there with the caramel macchiato latte chai mocha." But she looked, Harley, babe, she looked as if she was ready for a nightclub, this woman. Do you know what she done? She done a sweater dress. See, like the long sweater dresses, it's like a sweater, but it's a dress. She had that on with just a belt around it. Easy access. I'm thinking, take the belt off and weak the big jumper right off her, and then he's in his boxers. It was all happening in my brain. It was all going on. Sophie says they could have been friends, but I'm choosing from my brain to think there was a wee bit more to it. It makes it a wee bit spicy, doesn't it? Makes my, at least there was some kind of nice thing happening. Oh. A sweater dress to a nightclub. Do they know where sweater dress nightclub? I don't know the attire for nightclub gear. I don't know. But it was all happening. It was all going on. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I told you yesterday that I'm starting afresh in my Animal Crossing again. Starting afresh. See, once it's done, it's done. I like the whole building the island and stuff for the scratch, so I've started again. So I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. And I'll see you all then. So have a good Wednesday, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Go give you a big kissy.